consumers want what's next, and we have to ensure that regulated platforms here in Canada are not handcuffed from continuing to innovate and bring products that Canadians want, or we're going to fall behind.
Hey folks, Flo here at Collision 2024. I keep saying this is the last interview, so it's like the third last interview. I'm here with Tanim Rasul, COO at Ndax. How you doing?
Good. Yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Second time we speak, I think. Second or third? I think it's second. I want to ask you, given the sort of lackluster presence of crypto here, notwithstanding you guys obviously as sponsors and having a booth here, but does that mean crypto is sort of dead or dormant right now?
Well, crypto is definitely not dead. I think what it kind of shows you is that crypto companies with a good bottom line and running their operations in a lean manner understand the nature of crypto with their bull and bear markets. So those companies that are responsible with their bottom line are able to be showcased here at Collision and attend these events and do these conferences that are very important to build your brand and your brand recognition. You look around, we used to see a bunch of crypto companies. Now I think we're the only ones with a booth here. So excited about that, but it kind of shows you that it's been a challenging bear market for the industry as a whole. And but no, it's not dead. I'm super excited about the future, very bullish, and excited about what's about to happen.
And you guys just rebranded. So why did you rebrand?
Gosh, so we did our seed round in 2017. So we've had the same logo since 2017, and 7 years later, a lot changes. Your company changes. What your company is different than what it was when it begins. And so with that, we wanted a fresh look. We wanted a fresh brand, how we're connecting with clients, and really showcasing them what Ndax is not just now, but tomorrow as well. And revamping the entire trade platform on the inside and out. It's going to be spectacular. New products, new features, and it was time to really just evolve the brand and evolve the platform.
I'm no branding expert, but from what I see, it looks like it's maybe targeted to a younger generation. It seems more modern, more funky, if I could put it that way. Can you speak a little bit to the demographics of your users in Canada? First, I'd be interested to know how many you have, but could you give us a sense of what the crypto investor on a platform like Ndax looks like?
So that's such a good question. So yeah, the brand is now reflecting the environment changing, and what Ndax has always been is kind of the place for advanced traders to trade large amounts of crypto with low spreads, connecting their API bots, their trading bots, and going back and forth, buy and sell. We're not a broker. We're not selling you assets. You're trading with other people. So Ndax is kind of the more advanced trading place, but understanding the Canadian consumer, you've got to be able to be open to the new entrants, the younger generation that wants to maybe just put $10 in and $25 in and speculate and hold. And we wanted to make sure that those users could use our platform in an easy and safe manner. So it's important to have, the different demographics of users within the platform, using the system and being satisfied no matter where you are on the crypto knowledge sphere.
So you talked about new entrants. I'm curious to know then how important education is for a platform itself, because it's not your primary sort of mandate, let's say, to educate, but at the same time, if you have new entrants, or I guess it's fundamentally important to your growth.
Again, good question. It's almost like they're going to think you set the question up because I swear to God, it was thought. Yeah. So with the new rebrand, we added what we call Ndax Lighthouse.
Okay.
So this is a pure education system for people that don't know much about crypto, that have been curious about it, to get a little bit of knowledge, get that crypto 101, to make them feel more comfortable to get involved in the space, to invest in the space. So that's a huge new thing, part of the rebrand that I'm excited about. And, when we started off, we were a small organization and we didn't have the resources at the beginning to be able to teach everyone about crypto. But now 7 years later, the company's grown so much. We're at 65 employees.
How many users?
I can't. We're a private company. I can't give the users away.
To try again.
Yeah, I can't give the users away.
Fair to say between 100,000 and a million?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess about a half.
Okay, so, but now we're ready to help new people learn and help them along the path. And even if you don't want to use our platform, there's many people around the globe using Ndax Lighthouse now just to learn about different crypto and different concepts. And,
Numbers on that?
I can't get you. You talk to my head of marketing. I'll see if we can put those out. Yeah.
Thousands?
Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
Tens of thousands?
Tens of thousands.
Tens?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an impressive number. So you're doing a good service for the industry and also indirectly promoting Canada, which I think is a good thing. So again, you have unparalleled access to, trends in the market. You mentioned that there's this new demographic. What are people trading right now? What are some of the hot crypto tokens right now? And are there any trends in the way they trade these days?
Good question. Again, cannot give any sort of financial advice, so I'll just talk about what we're seeing on the platform. We've launched about 50 new coins in the last few months. So one coin that we added, Jasmy, has been doing great for us. It's had a great run up. People are excited about AI and crypto. Mm-hmm. Some of the coming together and seeing what that can do. So that coin's been doing great. I think we're the only ones in Canada. Of the Canadian platforms that are listing it. So the trends really are what's not happening today, but what's happening tomorrow. I think tokenization is trending quite a bit. People are asking about that. That BlackRock investment has got people excited. So it's a fast-paced environment, man. You got to keep up. So things are moving every day.
Absolutely. One of the biggest stories of this year, other, of course, than the halving, which is a predictable story, of course, or the ETFs, which was quite predictable too, for me, would have to be Trump sort of coming out and saying, I'm now your crypto president or potential president, and then the Biden team starting to court, some of the crypto companies in the U.S. Is that really a pivot in your sense in sort of, I guess the narrative, basically, which is often led by the U.S.?
What I've learned is politicians are all about self-preservation.
I was going to say personal gain.
Yeah, personal gain, self-preservation. And the more crypto continues to grow, every time you see those surveys, more and more people are invested in it or curious about it or saying that they may invest in it in the next, 1 year or 2 years. So with that in mind, being so hard-lined against crypto is not very popular anymore. And 2 years ago, I was at Consensus, and I was in the United States, and the mood was so grim with everything that was happening down there with, the lawsuits and the challenging legislation that was being proposed down there. And so I think politicians are starting to understand how popular it is, that it's not going away, and as long as it's regulated in a good manner that benefits investors, but also doesn't stifle innovation, we've got a great industry that can grow, make money, and give people good paying jobs.
You mentioned growth trends in some of the surveys. I know there was that one by the Ontario Securities Commission, the Bank of Canada, the Web3 Council, which I think you're a part of, if I'm correct. Yes. Shout out to Morva Rohani, who's also a friend. What, in your models, surely an exchange of your size with hundreds of thousands of users is going to have models for what growth is going to look like in Canada over the coming years. Could you share some general trends or even some numbers? Like, where do you expect? I think we're at 9 or 10% of Canadians own digital assets today. Where do you see that in the coming years?
Yeah, I have to be careful when projecting and growth. Becoming registered, have to be very careful about what we say. What I can say is we've seen extreme growth, especially from 2020 to 2024, and we continue to believe that trend will continue to grow here, especially in Canada. More and more people are holding assets or looking to get into investing assets in the next 1 to 2 years. So that's the trend that we're seeing.
Finally, what is your hope for Canada's positioning in the crypto space in the coming years? As a Canadian company registered, incorporated, and regulated in Canada, you must have some sort of patriotic, aspirations.
I love Canada. This is the best place, in my opinion, to live. It's got its challenges. I think we've done a great job getting kind of that 2017 to 2019 spot exchange regulation. We are definitely ahead of the game when it comes to staking regulation. But it's a fast-paced industry. Consumers want what's next, and we have to ensure that regulated platforms here in Canada are not handcuffed from continuing to innovate and bring products that Canadians want, or we're going to fall behind. There are other jurisdictions across the globe that are bringing in regulation for what's next. And I think it's important for Canada to not be fine with being in 4th or 5th place. Let's get in the medal round. Let's be ahead of the game, and let's watch this industry continue to grow. We're the only crypto trading platform with a booth here today. It's been challenging. The regulatory environment, the bear market, all of that has been challenging for companies. A lot of them had acquisitions and mergers. There's not a lot less than what we had a few years ago. And let's ensure that we continue to grow the industry and help Canadians get exposure to digital assets and get great paying jobs.
I support this message. Thank you very much, Tanim. Pleasure to speak with you again.
Thank you.